shall rise and remain standing. They have to remain standing until all the dignitaries have taken their seats. Then the Chancellor will say invocation. So you will have to remain standing. After invocation, you can occupy your seats. For the kind attention of the graduates, when the procession is entering the auditorium, the candidates and the invitees shall rise and remain standing. You will have to remain standing until the invocation is over. So when the procession enters, the candidates and the invitees shall stand up. The dignitaries on the dais will occupy their seats and the Chancellor will say invocation. So you will have to remain standing. Please don't sit. You will have to remain standing until the invocation is over. So right from when the procession is entering the auditorium to the completion of the invocation, you will have to remain standing. When the degrees are awarded, the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology shall ask the graduates to stand up and hold their degrees in their hands. Kindly do it and then sit. When the PhD and the rank holders are called, they should come to the dais in order, bow to the Chief Guest and the Chancellor, collect the degree and go to the seat quickly. So this is for the kind attention of the PhD degree holders and the rank holders. May I have your attention please? PhD degree holders and rank holders, may I have your attention please? So when the PhD and the rank holders are called, they should come to the dais in order. Can I have one PhD degree holder? Please. So the rank holders and the PhD degree holders, please see. So may I have the attention of the PhD degree holders and the rank holders. So you should come to the dais in order, bow before the Chief Guest and the Chancellor. Yes, and when you stand there, there is a location marked there using red tape. So when your rank or degree is being called, that is PhD degree holders and the rank holders, you have to come to the dais in order, bow before the Chief Guest and the Chancellor. 1 minute, please come back, Krishnaraj. So you will have to bow here. Bow before the Chancellor and the Chief Guest. There is a location marked there with red tape. You will have to stand there. That is the position which has been marked by the photographer. Yes, so you will have to stand in the block which is there in red, which is there with red tape. So you will have to stay there, pose for the photograph, receive your degree, pose for the photograph. Yes, then afterwards you will have to use the other side of the bay. Yes, please see carefully, PhD degree holders and rank holders. Krishnaraj. So you will have to go through the backdrop. Please don't use that stair. Yes, you have to go through the backdrop. Yes, come back and use the ramp. and go to your seats back. I repeat again, when your when your name is being called for PhD degree holders and rank holders, you have to come to the dais in order, bow before the chief guest and the chancellor. Dr. Murugesan will show you that once more. Murugesan sir. Murugesan sir. So you will have to bow before the chancellor and the chief guest. Go to the position marked. Collect the degree certificate. Pose for the photograph. And you have to use the backdrop. Don't use the other stair. Use the backdrop. Please see how he is coming. Use the backdrop. Just go to the other side of the backdrop and use the ramp over here. Don't use the stair, ramp. Yes, use the ramp over here and occupy your seats. I hope I am clear. Yes, I'll repeat once again. When the PhD and the rank holders are called, they should come to the dais in order. Krishnaraj, please. So they should come to the dais in order, bow before the chief guest and the chancellor, pose for the photograph, collect the degrees, pose for the photograph. All this should happen in a fraction of a second. You know, time is very limited. Yes. And while returning, do not use the other stair. Use the backdrop. Use the backdrop. And you have to come through the ramp and occupy your seats. You have to use the ramp, not the stair. You will have to use the ramp and occupy your seats. Is that clear? When the candidates have been awarded the degree, the chancellor will administer the pledge and the graduates should repeat the pledge in standing. Immediately after the convocation, kindly rise for the national anthem. Please remain in standing position. After national anthem, please don't sit. Please remain in standing position until all the dignitaries who are there in the procession leave the auditorium. For the kind attention of the graduates, I can see many graduates standing inside the auditorium. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated.
Now they can take the certificate from the place.
I request all the seating committee, department coordinators to collect the certificates from the
Respected places, they know the place.
For the kind attention of the staff members in the seating arrangement committee, you are requested to come forward to collect the degree certificates. For the kind attention of the staff members, you are requested to come forward to collect the degree certificates. For the kind attention of the rank holders are requested to report in the front to the front rows to Dr. Murugesan. The rank holders are requested to report to the front row. Dr. Murugesan will take your attendance. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium are requested to occupy their seats immediately. The rehearsal will start very soon. For the kind attention of the graduates who have completed the registration process are requested to come to the auditorium and occupy their seats immediately. The rehearsal will start very soon. The staff members who have got the degree certificates are requested not to distribute the certificates now. You can distribute after the instruction is got. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium now, you are requested to occupy the seats quickly. The rehearsal will start very soon. The PhD and the rank holders are requested to please be seated. The PhD degree holders and the rank holders are requested to please occupy your seats. When the procession is entering the auditorium, the candidates and the invitees shall rise and remain standing until all those on the dais have taken their seats and the invocation is completed. After the invocation only you will have to sit. I repeat again, when the procession is entering the auditorium, the candidates and the invitees shall rise and remain standing until the invocation is over. So you will have to remain standing right from the time the procession is entering the auditorium to the completion of the invocation. When the degrees are awarded, the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology shall ask the graduates to stand and hold their degrees in their hands. Kindly do it and then sit. When the PhD and the rank holders are called, they should come to the dais in order, bow to the chief guest and the chancellor, collect the degree and go to the seat quickly. And when you return, the PhD degree holders and the rank holders, you will have to use the backdrop way. You will have to come through the ramp here and occupy your seats. Don't use the other stair. Please don't use the other stair. Use the backdrop, come to this side, use the ramp and occupy your seats. When all the candidates have been awarded the degree, the Chancellor will administer the pledge and the graduates should repeat the pledge in standing. Immediately after the convocation, kindly rise for the national anthem. Please remain in standing position until all the dignitaries move out from the auditorium. That is, until the procession leaves the auditorium. May I have the attention of the PhD degree holders and the rank holders. You are requested to please occupy your seats. The rehearsal will start very soon. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium are requested to please be seated. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium, you are requested to please be seated. The rehearsal will start very soon. The staff members in the seating arrangement committee are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. May I have the attention of the staff members in the seating arrangement committee? Please see to that the graduates remain seated. The rehearsal will start very soon. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium are requested to occupy their seats immediately. The rehearsal will start very soon. The staff members in the seating arrangement committee are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. May I have the attention of the graduates? The graduates who have entered into the auditorium are requested to occupy their seats at the earliest. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. The rehearsal will start very soon. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. The rehearsal will start very soon. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium, You are requested to occupy your seats immediately. The rehearsal will start very soon.
இந்த வைக்கணுமா வேணாமா அது மைக் ஆன்ல இருக்கு ஆஃப் பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க அதுதான்
தடிக்கு விழுந்துட்டா என்ன பண்ணுறதுன்னு வேற ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. ப்ரொஃபஷன் வரும்போது அதுதான் பார்க்குறேன். போடுறதுன்னு போட்டுப்பாங்க முன்னாடி வந்துடுவாங்க.
For the kind attention of the graduates who have been allotted the auditorium shall come to the auditorium. Others may go to Mini Hall 1 and Mini Hall 2. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium are requested to occupy your seats at the earliest. The rehearsal will start very soon. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated.
இது கூட எனக்கு ஒன்றும் இல்லை கொடு அவ்வளோதான் முடிஞ்சு.
For the kind attention of the graduates are requested to check their ID cards. Only the graduates for whom main auditorium is mentioned shall remain here. Other graduates who have been allotted mini auditorium, that is mini hall, are requested to please move to the mini hall 1 and 2. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering the auditorium are requested to occupy their seats at the earliest. The rehearsal will start very soon. For the kind attention of the graduates are requested to check in their identity cards. If it is mentioned Mini Hall 1 and Mini Hall 2, please move to Mini Hall 1 and Mini Hall 2. Only the graduates for whom auditorium is mentioned are requested to stay here. Others are requested to proceed to Mini Hall 1 and Mini Hall 2. The faculty members are also requested to check into that. The graduates who have been allotted auditorium are sitting here. Others, please request them to proceed to Mini Hall 1 and Mini Hall 2. For the kind attention of the graduates are requested to occupy their seats immediately. The rehearsal is going to start. For the kind attention of the graduates who are entering into the auditorium, you are requested to occupy your seats immediately. The rehearsal will start very soon. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. For the kind attention of the staff members in the seating arrangement committee, please see to that the graduates remain seated. The rehearsal will start very soon. These are some general instructions which have to be followed during the course of the convocation. Please listen carefully. When the procession is entering the auditorium, the candidates and the invitees shall rise and remain standing until all those on the dais have taken their seats. Please rise for invocation and stand until the invocation is over. When the degrees are awarded, the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology shall ask the graduates to stand and hold their degrees in their hands. Kindly do it and then sit. When the PhD and the rank holders are called, they should come to the dais in order, bow to the Chief Guest and the Chancellor, collect the degree and go to their seats quickly. When all the candidates have been awarded degree, the Chancellor will administer the pledge and the graduates should repeat the pledge in standing. Immediately after the convocation, kindly rise for the national anthem and remain standing until the procession returns. Yes, the graduates are requested to occupy their seats immediately. We'll start the rehearsal now. May I have all the attention of all the graduates? All the graduates, please listen. Please listen. When the procession is entering the auditorium, all are requested to stand up. Please stand. Please stand. All of you, please stand. All the graduates, when the procession is entering the auditorium, all the graduates, that is all the graduates and the invitees shall stand. Now the procession will end. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. Now the procession will enter the auditorium. The dignitaries will sit on the dais. You will have to remain standing. Please stand up. You will have to remain standing. All the dignitaries on the dais will sit. The Chancellor will say invocation. Now the invocation will be played. You will have to remain standing. After the invocation, you can sit down. Please sit. After the invocation, you can sit. The Chancellor, may I have your attention please? The Chancellor will then invite the Vice Chancellor to deliver the welcome address and the annual report, which will be followed by the felicitation of the dignitaries on the dais, and the Chancellor will declare the convocation open. Then it will be followed by the reading of the citation for Sri K.N. Vyas, followed by the presentation of honorary degree, which will be followed by the conferment of the honorary degree and acceptance speech by Sri K.N. Vyas. Now, the Chancellor will invite the Chief Guest to deliver the convocation address. After the convocation address, the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, shall say, "Respected Chancellor, I present unto you 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy." 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy, please stand up. You will have to remain standing with your degree certificates in your hands. 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. All B.Tech students, please stand up. All B.Tech students, please stand up. You will have to remain standing with your degree certificates in your hands. 119 candidates of Bachelor of Architecture, B.Arch students, please stand up. You will have to remain standing. And 24 candidates of Bachelor of Design. 24 candidates of Bachelor of Design, please stand up. Now all of you should remain standing with your degree certificates in your hands. And the Director of Engineering and Technology will read the full and the names are given in the list who have successfully completed the programs and have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the same, and I request that the degrees be awarded to them. Now you can sit down. I'll repeat once again. Please listen very carefully. After the delivery of the convocation address, the Chancellor shall say, "Let the candidates be now presented." Now, the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology will come to the dais. He will say, "Respected Chancellor, I present unto you 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy, 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy, 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology, B.Tech students, 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology, B.Tech students, please stand up. "119 candidates of Bachelor of Architecture, please stand up." You will have to remain standing. And 24 candidates of Bachelor of Design, and he will complete, and that is in this order, and I request that the degrees be awarded to them. Once he completes, you can remain seated. Please be seated. This will be followed by the awards of the medals and ranks. So the Director will say, "Respected Chancellor, I present unto you 90 candidates for the award of," so he'll call you by names. So you'll have to come to the dais in order. Please listen, your rank holders and the PhD degree holders. You will have to come to the dais in order. Bow before the Chief Guest and the Chancellor. Please stand in the box which is labeled, which has red tape in it. Yes. So you'll have to stand in that place. Receive your degree certificate, pose for the photograph, and then you will have to leave the dais. So while leaving the dais, you will have to use the backdrop, way through the backdrop. Don't use the other stair. You will have to use the way through the backdrop. Come via the backdrop way, and you will have to use. Now this will be followed by the administration of the pledge. The will read the pledge. You will have to stand up of the convocation. Now when the national anthem is being played, let us assume the national anthem is being played. I request all the graduates to stand up. Please stand up for national anthem. Please stand up for national anthem. So when the national anthem is being played, all the graduates are requested to remain standing. You will have to remain standing until all the dignitaries in the procession leave the auditorium. Okay, please sit down. For the kind attention of the graduates, I know you are all excited because this is an important day, very important day in your life. Yes, so please maintain absolute decorum inside the auditorium. You know the importance of this day. It is a very important day, a very, very important day in your life. Please maintain perfect discipline inside the auditorium. We have with us respected dignitaries. So please maintain absolute silence inside the auditorium. For the kind attention of the graduates who have entered the auditorium, the graduates are requested to occupy their seats immediately. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. For the kind attention of the graduates are requested to occupy your seats immediately. For the kind attention of the graduates are requested to occupy your seats immediately. The staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. I can see many graduates standing. Staff members, please see to that the graduates remain seated. May I have the attention of all the staff members in the seating arrangement committee? Please see to that the graduates occupy their seats immediately. For the kind attention of the graduates, let us have one rehearsal. Attention of the, please listen, let us have one more rehearsal. So let us assume that the procession is entering into the auditorium. That the procession is entering into the auditorium. So when the procession is entering the auditorium, please stand up. All the graduates, please stand up. Let us assume that the procession is entering the auditorium. Please stand up. Please stand up. So let us assume that the procession is entering the auditorium. All the graduates are requested to stand up. Now the procession will come to the dais. Please remain standing. The procession will come to the dais. The dignitaries will occupy their seats. You are requested to keep standing. The Chancellor will say invocation, which will be followed by the invocation. Now, after the invocation, you can sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. I repeat again, when the procession enters the auditorium, all the graduates shall stand and will remain standing until the invocation is over. Now, the Chancellor will invite the Vice Chancellor to deliver the welcome address and the annual report, followed by felicitations of the dignitaries on the dais, and the Chancellor will declare the convocation open, which will be followed by the reading of the citation for the honorary doctorate and the presentation, which will be followed by the conferment of the honorary degree, and our recipient of the honorary degree will deliver the acceptance speech. Now, the Chancellor will invite the chief guest to deliver the convocation address. After the convocation address is being delivered, the Chancellor will say, let the candidates be now presented. Now, the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology will come to the dais, to that, podium. He will say, Chancellor, I present unto you 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy. 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy, please stand up. 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. Please stand up, BTech students. So when the director says 8,777, you should stand. Yes, he will not ask you to stand. You have to stand on your own. So he will say 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. Please remain standing. 119 candidates of Bachelor of Architecture. 24 candidates of Bachelor of Design, BDes. Please stand up. Now you will have to remain standing until he completes, that the degrees be awarded to them. Please sit down. So listen here very carefully. When the Director of Faculty of Engineering and Technology starts with, respected Chancellor, I present unto you 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy. 90 candidates should stand up. 90 candidates, please stand up. Then he will say 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. Please stand up. Please stand up. 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology. Please stand up. Please stand up. Staff members, please see to that the graduates remain standing. Please stand up. Followed by 119 candidates of Bachelor of Architecture. Good. And 24 candidates of Bachelor of Design. So you will have to remain standing until he completes that, who have successfully completed the programs and who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the same, and I request that the degrees be awarded to them. Now you can sit down. So you will have to have your degree certificates in your hand. This will be followed by the award of medals and ranks. So director will continue. Respected Chancellor, I present unto you candidates for the award of degrees and ranks. Your name will be called. So you will have to come to the dais in order, first row fully. So you will have to come to the dais in order. Bow before the chief guest and the chancellor. Remain in the place which is marked there using red tape. So that is the position marked for the photograph. So you will have to remain there. You will be given the degree. You will have to pose for the photograph, and you will have to return using the backdrop way. Use this ramp and for the kind attention of the graduates are requested to occupy their seats. The graduates who are entering into the auditorium, please proceed and occupy your seats immediately. For the kind attention of the graduates, the dignitaries have arrived. I request the graduates to please occupy their seats. Staff members, please see to that the graduates occupy their seats. The dignitaries have arrived. Staff members in the seating arrangement committee are requested to see to that the graduates occupy their seats. For the kind attention of the staff members are requested to see to that the certificates are distributed fastly. The dignitaries have arrived. Staff members are requested to see to that the graduates remain seated. Staff members, please see to that the graduates remain seated. I can see many students standing. Staff members, please see to that the graduates remain seated. Our honorable dignitaries have arrived. So the graduates are requested to occupy their seats. Staff members, please see to that the graduates occupy their seats. Please sit down. Graduates, please sit down. For the kind attention of the graduates are requested to settle down at the earliest. The procession is going to start. Graduates are requested to please occupy their seats. The procession is going to start. Please occupy your seats. Staff members, see to that the graduates occupy their seats.
Check.
Invocation.
எத்திசையும் புகழ் வணங்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனே தமிழனே உன் சீரிழமை திறந்து எந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே
I invite the Vice Chancellor of SRM IST to deliver the welcome address and annual report.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 15th convocation of SRM IST. I extend a very special welcome to our chief guest of the convocation, Shri A. Rajarajan, Director Satish Dhawan Space Center, SHAR ISRO, Sri Harikota. A warm welcome to our distinguished recipient, of the honorary doctorate, Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy of Government of India. I also welcome our respected Chancellor, Dr. T.R. Parivendar Sahab, our President, our Vice President, and all the dignitaries of the SRM IST who are gracing the occasion today. I extend a cordial welcome to the members of the Board of Management, Planning and Monitoring Board, members of the Finance Committee, Academic Council, and other senior functionaries of SRM, of the group as well, and the faculty, staff, and students and friends, and also people from media, and all those who have gathered here and who are gracing the occasion. A very warm and cordial welcome to everyone. I'm extremely happy as today's ceremony reflects yet another special moment for us, as we are proudly sending our graduates off to the world as trained and motivated citizens. On this occasion, my very, very special welcome to all the graduates who are eager to receive their degrees. A very warm welcome to all of you. Please join hands for yourself. Now it is my proud privilege to present a brief of the annual report of our institution. The same has been published and is in circulation. It is also available on the website of our institution. However, after a small initial introduction, I shall draw your attention to a PowerPoint presentation, a PPT, an audio-visual format, as it will be more useful to convey the information correctly and also more speedily. I'll start first with the short introduction about the SRM IST. SRM IST, a deemed university, came into being as a deemed university under the Section 3 of UGC Act 1956 in the year 2002. It was established by none other than Dr. T.R. Parivendar, who is also the founder chancellor and who is gracing the occasion right here. He has been rendering a yeoman's service to cause of the education since 1969, when he first established a primary school. Sri Ramaswamy Memorial Group forayed into higher education in the year 1985 by starting an engineering college, which was followed by other colleges like Dental College, paramedical colleges, and medical college. SRM Institute of Science and Technology, a deemed to be the university under Section 3 of UGC, came into existence in 2002, which is as of now having 12 major constituent units and also has 6 faculties. Now, with the passage of half a century, SRM Group is running 4 universities, 3 engineering institutions, a medical college, and a host of other institutions across the country. Of course, the flagship institution is SRM IST, and this is the institution where we are sitting right now, and it's also headquartered in this very campus. The institution is one of the biggest in the country and truly multidisciplinary one, offering UG, PG, PhD, PG diploma, and certificate programs in engineering and technology, management, architecture, medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, public health, nursing, science and humanities, law, teacher education, hotel management, business and commerce, performing arts, agriculture sciences, distance education programs, and very soon we are going to venture into the online education also. Having given this small background, I'd now like to take you through a short presentation which will give you more information about our annual performance and key features. It's the presentation of only 12-13 slides. Kindly pay your attention towards the slide presentation. Friends, our institution has a very clearly and well-defined vision, mission. Of course, the values and mottos are also there. Things have been highlighted here in terms of detailing that we are working towards. Our main vision is to make you better and serve mankind, to make sure that we serve the world better and serve the mankind. Obviously, we accomplish it primarily through the advancement of the knowledge, and we provide the leadership and all the detailing and all the skills which will make you learn things throughout the life, and then of course leap in the direction in which you want to, and then obviously after a certain time when you acquire all those ingredients, you lead them also. We all do that with clear values in the terms of academic excellence, and of course, as I said, society is very important. Inclusiveness, diversity, respect, all are ingrained in our values. We are a very big university. I'll start some bullets only in terms of detailing, and that is that we are currently a Category 1 institution of the UGC MHRD, a status granted to us last year by way of our excellent performance. And with that, we enjoy a very high degree of autonomy in terms of starting the courses and running various programs and activities of academic research and service to the society. We are also covered under 12B, which gives us a status for good funding from the government agencies. As I have already told you, currently we are divided ourselves into 6 major faculties, but then they are supported by 59 schools, 151 departments, and there are a large number of programs which are there. But on the right-hand side, you can see that we have 52,000 plus students on the rolls of SRM IST itself. It's one of the biggest by any standards in the country. It also has 3,200 faculty members, 81 UG programs, 135 PG programs. Number of specializations in PhD and postdoctoral fellowships are available. And of course, we have around 1,750 registered PhD scholars, both part-time and full-time. That's in a nutshell what we are in academic domain in terms of numbers is what I have represented here. Obviously, we take pride in positioning ourselves not only in the country but outside, whether it is the rankings or the ratings. If you can see, the topmost in the middle shows you our NAC rating, which is one of the highest in the NAC rating standards, and we are one of the first in the country to attain that under the new system roughly a year and a half back. As a result, we have marched ahead, and we have also received a lot of other recognitions from different agencies from time to time. If you see on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll mostly see the rankings which are there. So we have been ranked consistently in the Times Higher Education. As you can see, 1001 plus ranking has consistently come to the SRM. But in Times Higher Education, we have now categorized in the various disciplines also. For example, CSE is 601 plus, medicine is also 601 plus in terms of the overall world rankings which are there. We also done very well in the ARIA ranking, which is on the innovation front. First time Government of India started, we stood third in the category of private institution. They had already categorized into 2, government and private. We stood third in the private institutions category. QS has also ranked us very prominently in the QS BRICS rankings as well as the QS Asian ranking. As you can see that in the BRICS we are around 261 to 270, and the Asian ranking 350 to 400 which are there. Most important for us is the NIRF, which was started 4-5 years by the government, and last year we made a leap in almost all ranks in the NIRF by a number of something like 8 to 10, and as you can see the university ranking currently stands at 32, engineering at 41, medicine 22, pharmacy 12, and first time we entered into management also with a ranking of 73. We also have the ratings on the right hand side. As you can see, the ABET, the IET and the QS stars and everything is also there. And also we have received recently awards for our green performance, green metric performance from the world bodies, and also for some internationalization activities. These are all because of your hard work, because of your contributions. Friends, we have a huge infrastructure. One of the biggest example happens to be this hall itself, where you are around 3,500 people who can sit. And to support all that, what we need to do with our students and activities, we have a huge land of around 220 acres in the group institutions put together. We have 12 million square feet of built-up area, around 45 blocks which are there for hostels, 32 industry-supported labs, SRM supercomputer, high-performance computing as we call it, is there. An indoor stadium is also there with 1,000 capacity. We have now reached the peak of 1 megawatt of power generation by solar, which is what maximally allowed to us by the government, and we have done that. And we also have a very good green cover, around 30%. You can see the performance of us in academics now. Number one, we follow the principle of a lot of interdisciplinarity and experiential learning, and we call this as an ideal as a principle. We are approved by most of the agencies which are required to be handling us, whether it is AICT, MCI, DCI, BCI, or Pharmacy Council, or various other bodies which are there. We follow the choice-based credit system and credit transfers. Many of you are beneficiary of that. Admissions obviously happen through the competitive examinations. MOOC or NPTEL or SWAYAM, as we know, we are doing very well, at least by Indian standards. We are the highest rated AAA category. We have lots of state-of-the-art laboratories and electronic support systems in form of e-labs, lectures and contents. Industry-supported courses, projects, trainings always happen. Very innovative thing which we started was the entrepreneurship initiative as a final year major project, which was offered last time. Some of you must have taken benefit, but more students are falling into that particular group now. We have around 225 MOUs, both with the industry and academic institutions put together, a lot of them international also. The numbers are going to come later. And of course, we are already doing some online examinations, but very soon we'll be venturing into the open book examination systems and make it more vast and more omnipresent. And obviously, a lot of industry activities are supported by the corporate advisory board, where a large number of members are there. In terms of research, we spend around 7% of our annual budget towards research, which is possibly one of the highest amongst similar kind of institutions. We have a lot of funding from government bodies. 281 projects have been funded, bringing money to the tune of 140 crores. Similarly, the industry has given 31 projects to the tune of around 8.4 crores. Large number of publications, especially in last few years, we are scaling the heights, and we are currently in this particular year, if you go by the Scopus-based assessment, we are around 10 or 11 in terms of publications in the country. Our H-index is rising continuously, significantly, and hopefully will touch the peak very soon and will reach the best in the country also very soon. We have awarded 600, possibly is a number which is slightly old. Probably we have touched the number of 650 PhDs, and this convocation alone will be awarding 150 PhDs. This year's convocation, we have first time crossed the 3-figure mark and will be awarding 150 PhDs this year, an overall figure of more than 650. We have filed large number of patents, because of which we received the government recognition, which is there in the later slides. Our satellite is working very well. Many of you have seen that. That's a USP, and that's an icon for the SRM. We also work on the hydrogen fuel power train, which we call it Jal Janak. The work is in progress. We have created very special platforms like SRM DBT platform. Also, the 10 centers of excellence and the 12 centers of research are there. We have received good amount of FIST grant from the DST, and recently government launched a special scheme called Spark Projects, where the qualification was pretty tough and very competitive, and we have bagged 4 projects in that also. Talking about our own students, just some demographic details and other things are given here. Number one, we have around 66% or 67% of our students, 2/3 are typically engineering students, and today almost all those are present here who are receiving the degree are falling in that bracket. They are our engineering students, because we do the special convocation where others will be receiving their degrees. We do have other disciplines where science and humanities is around 18% and medical is around 8.5%. and management is 5.3%. Law and agriculture are young faculties for us. Agriculture was started last year and law was started some 5 years back and therefore their percentages are less. We do take care of all the requirements of social justice. As you can see, general students in general category are around 54% and SC, ST, OBC put together is around 46%. And these students have done us proud because they represent the entire country. They represent lots of nations. As you can see, more than 1,000 students from 59 countries are present in SRM today. They all come through the various examinations and competitions and selections which are tough. And we give them large amount of scholarship. Till last year, we gave 30 crores as a scholarship, but this year we have raised the bar. It has gone to 35 crores because we included a special group of 300 more new students who are covered under the scholarship. Our SAP, Students Abroad program, is one of the famous, very popular USP. More than 200 students go there regularly. Last year, we achieved a placement of around 7,275 students, around 500 plus companies. Maybe more precisely, we finally reached a figure of 600 companies. But this year, friends, I'm very happy to tell you that we have almost closing in a similar performance with much lesser number of companies. Our day one placement happened to be something like 4,700 students in just one day. That is the kind of success SRM is representing today. We also have good recognitions from our students in terms of sports. As you can see, 47 national representations, 14 international representation. Around 13 men and women represent us in the chess domain where they are grandmasters. So it's something like 20 to 25% of Indian grandmasters are from SRM background or connect with SRM. One of our students happens to be a member of the Indian table tennis team now, and there are lots of other things in cricket and other sports which are there. We also have faculty which is large in number. As you can see, the faculty-student ratio is around 1:16.3 or 4. We can possibly proudly say that we have more than 1,000 doctorates already on our rolls. 640 of them are doing or pursuing their PhD. Around 113 faculty are with the postdoctoral fellowship or they have done the postdoctoral program. And our male to female ratio, the female faculty members are around 42% of the overall strength. We support them in many ways like faculty abroad program, and then we have also created a special research faculty, and we have bagged 60 international recognitions, and we have also bagged or contributed many chapters and books which are there. On the top right, you can see some of the faculty who got the distinctions. Their names have been put here from various national and international agencies. Innovation obviously is the key for success for all of us, not only institutions but individuals also. You can possibly see how we are supporting the innovation. On the right hand side, if you see, we have 50 plus tech clubs, teams, 35 student clubs, 45 startups, 25 student professional chapters, 12 student associations, and then SIIC, which is there, which supports all that. And because of that, you can possibly say that we have done many courses on the innovation. We are also doing 255 pre-incubation projects, 19 technology transfers, 9 incubated companies, and we also have created last year a Fab Lab and Design Center which is working fully. And as a result of that, we have won the National IP Award last year in 2018 given by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. And you have won large number of hackathons. I think we are very conservative when we are saying 10 plus. But the numbers are pretty large where you have won these distinctions for yourself as well as your institutions. I'm coming to almost my last set of presentation slides here. Internationalization is something very important to bring diversity and experience and inclusiveness in everything which we do. As you can see, as I was telling you, this Students Abroad program happens to be very famous, and we have done these things with MIT, CMU, Berkeley, NTU, Warwick in UK, various other things. We are also part of Government of India's Study in India Drive, SII is popularly known as. We have done MOUs with around 150 international partners in 33 countries. We are also founder member of a college board which promotes the international admissions and other things which are there. Our faculty abroad program is also very popular. And of course, we have a big advisory board for international activities also. Rest of the details given here are more about the partners, and some of their details are mentioned. Extension services are equally important. Government, MHRD, AICT, UGC, everyone is driving. Not only that, even before that, SRM was big into that. And today we do a lot of service. Our Chancellor is very kind in promoting these kind of activities. Most of the things which we wanted to present could not have been presented because of the shortage of time. But what is given here is possibly our keen participation in healthcare of the local population. Around 3,000 people come almost every day, 2,500 to 3,000 to our hospital and take our support. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is very important. Solar Ambassador is what we have done only a month back, when this hall was once again full with the yellows, that people with the yellow lights and yellow lamps, which they themselves assembled, were here, and they were distributed to the local people to make sure that their houses are illuminated. We also have Center for Lean and Six Sigma. We are also participating in Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. We have adopted 5 villages. We are also keenly contributing to the Jal Shakti program, and various students keep contributing to these. Some of the snapshots have been shown here. The third one in the row shows the assembly of the Solar Ambassador program, or the solar lamps which were distributed recently. Friends, I come to the last slide of my presentation. I am particularly giving the remarks from none other than Bharat Ratna Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, because it is his birthday tomorrow on 11th of November. The nation celebrates, the education space celebrates. We are just ahead by one day, and therefore I'd like to read his quote for all of you and for all of us. Educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership amongst the students, and become their role model. I'm giving this message to you and to all my colleagues primarily because from now onwards you also have that license to be a teacher, license to be helping others, license to do things because you are graduates now, and therefore you are also a creator, you are also an educationist, you are also a builder, and therefore it is our collective duty to follow the inspirational words given by Bharat Ratna Maulana Abul Kalam Azad ji. My dear friends, with this message from Bharat Ratna Maulana Abul Kalam Azad ji, I would like to close my report. I'd like to thank you for listening to me patiently and for contributing to what I have presented. This is all because of you. The numbers are driven by you. And on this occasion, I once again take this opportunity to wish you great success in all your endeavors, in your future, and in your life. We certainly will be hoping to see you back, especially when you upswing the ranks and come back and contribute to the next generation of SRM students. With these expectations and requests, I take back my seat. Thank you and welcome once again. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
I request the Honorable Chancellor to felicitate the Chief Guest and recipient to the honorary doctorate.
I declare the convocation open. This convocation of the SRM Ministry of Science and Technology has been called to confer the degree of Doctorate of Science, DSc, honoris causa, on Sri K.N. Vyas, Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, and Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India, and the degrees upon candidates who in the examinations recently held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. I request Professor R. Balasubramaniam, Pro Vice Chancellor, External Affairs, to read the citation of Sri K. N. Vyas, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India, for honorary degree.
Chancellor Sir, it is my proud privilege to present to you today Sri Kamlesh Nilkant Vyas, Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, and Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India, for the conferment of degree of Doctor of Science, honorary causa. Sri K. N. Vyas, born on May 3, 1957, is a top nuclear scientist of the country. He completed BE Mechanical Engineering with first class from MS University, Vadodara. After graduating from the most prestigious training school of Baba Atomic Research Center, he joined as a scientist in the Reactor Engineering Division of BOT, gifted with an uncanny research bent of mind, which he backed up with preserving diligent hard work. Sri K. N. Vyas never looked back, achieving milestones after milestones in his illustrious career. Sri K. N. Vyas' exemplary and untiring research work in many interdisciplinary areas carried over a period of more than 3 decades, propelled him to the topmost grade of Distinguished Scientist of Baba Atomic Research Center. On February 23, 2016, he was appointed as the Director of Baba Atomic Research Center for his outstanding national and international contributions in nuclear energy. As a crowning glory, on September 21, 2018, the Government of India appointed Sri K. N. Vyas to the top position of Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, and Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India. Sri K. N. Vyas is a scientist to the core, and his enduring passion for research enabled him to tread hitherto undiscovered paths in the realm of atomic research, and played a key role in India attaining self-sufficiency in the development of nuclear energy. As a chairman of Atomic Energy Commission, Sri K. N. Vyas has focused on the deliveries of the major functions of the Atomic Energy Commission, like organizing research in atomic science and training atomic scientists in the country, promoting nuclear research in Commission's own laboratories in India, and extracting atomic minerals in India for use on industrial scale. He successfully blended the twin attributes of research and scientific administration, which resulted in successful commissioning of many prestigious projects in time. Sri K. N. Vyas held Indian flag high in atomic research and development that Indian scientists have become automatic choice to work in the world-renowned cutting-edge projects like CERN. Under Sri K. N. Vyas' chairmanship, India will install 2 additional nuclear plants to improve the power situation in the country. In recognition of Sri K. N. Vyas' accomplishments as an outstanding nuclear scientist and administrator par excellence, numerous prestigious accolades and awards have been conferred upon him throughout his trailblazing career. Sri K. N. Vyas is the 4-time recipient of Department of Atomic Energy Excellence Award for outstanding contributions. In appreciation of his outstanding contribution to nuclear research, which empowered India to become one of the self-sufficient nuclear superpowers, SRM Institute of Science and Technology considers it an honor to confer on Sri K. N. Vyas the degree of Doctor of Science honorary causa. Your Excellency, the Chancellor of SRM IST Institute of Science and Technology, it is with immense pleasure that I present unto you today Sri K.N. Vyas for the conferment of degree of Doctor of Science honorary causa.
I request Sri K.N. Vyas to come forward to receive the honorary degree. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, I admit Sri K.N. Vyas to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa in this university. In token thereof, you have been presented with this degree and authorized to wear the robe ordained as the insignia of your degree. I invite Sri K.N. Vyas to deliver the acceptance speech.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, today's chief guest, the complete Academia Board of Studies, professors, most important students who are graduating today, and ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely grateful to have received the honoris causa from the university, and I once again thank the Chancellor Sir for having honored me with this degree. What I will do is I'll tell about two things. And I'm sure most of the students will be feeling extremely warm in this the dress that has been given. I am also feeling extremely warm, so I'll keep it very short. Two topics, one in the field which I am working, and second thing about all these white-haired people. They want to give advice to the younger people. My children don't listen to my advice, so you also should not listen to whatever I am telling, but at least it is my duty to keep telling. So first, about the field in which I have worked, as has been put out in citation, I have worked in the field of nuclear energy. In 1896, the whole thing started when Professor Henry Becquerel, he found radioactivity naturally occurring. He discovered it along with Pierre Curie and Marie Curie, and they were all three of them were awarded with Nobel Prize in 1903. If you see the Nobel Prizes during this period, right from 1900 onwards to almost 1950s or 1940s, more than half the prizes of Nobel laureate would be in the field of physics and chemistry for nuclear sciences. So this, I would say, one of the golden period of nuclear science. I have worked in field of nuclear fuel design to begin with. I started initially with stress analysis. It was one of the earliest time when stress analysis was being done for the first time. Newer and newer finite element methods were found out, and then I tried to do implementation in a computer code. Subsequently, of course, there are large number of computer programs, as you know, are available for doing analysis. Then I spent some time in thermal hydraulics. Nuclear fuel design is considered one of the most difficult component of a nuclear reactor. It is having very high temperatures, it is having very high stresses, it is relatively a very thin structure, and it undergoes very high damage because of irradiation. So this is how I learnt a little bit of nuclear engineering. About general things, I was very happy to know that in this campus you have 1 megawatt solar based power station, but we in Department of Atomic Energy, maybe rightly or wrongly, we believe that nuclear energy is also necessary for decarbonization of the earth. The thermal power station, the amount of refrigerants we use, it is going to result into a cycle which is disturbing weather quite a lot. We believe that nuclear energy is a complementary to solar energy, and this is what we should go specifically in a country like India, where we have to import large amount of oil, we have to import large amount of natural gas, and to some extent we have to import even coal. So lastly, for my field, many of us are afraid of nuclear radiation and nuclear energy. I have worked in this field since a long time, and I am sure if it was so bad, I would have got a job outside. I wasn't that bad. I could have managed a job here or there. I would have left my organization. It is not something to be afraid of. Nuclear radiation can cause harm, but if means all the designers, they take adequate care so that human beings are not subjected to any harmful effect. Just to tell you in this fact, BRC develops large number of radiopharmaceuticals, and many of means as you age, you may have some investigations to see if there is a problem in the body or not. So that is why radiopharmaceuticals are injected into the body. If a person can take radiopharmaceutical as a part of injection, there is no reason why one should be afraid of a nuclear reactor which is say 50 kilometers away from here or 100 kilometers away from here. This is my personal belief. Internet is available to you. You can see it for yourself how correct is my statement. Now I come to the piece of advice. My suggestion to you is, see, many a times, no, when you just graduate, like, I mean, I remember my situation was there in 1978. I just wanted to go out of college, but I assure you this is one of the best period in your life. The moment you will step out in the world, you will realize things are much worse than what you had imagined. So first advice I would say is try to have expertise in one field, but apart from that, try to have expertise in one more additional field. This is very essential. Things have started becoming multidisciplinary. The way I switched over from stress analysis to thermal hydraulics to some extent material science, and it will give you a better satisfaction of doing work. So right now you are young, you are you are full of energy, and you don't realize the amount of problem that you will reach when you become 50 years old or 60 years old. Sometimes when I get up, I don't even remember what is my name and where I am really spending my time. So this is the time you should have one more expertise if possible, whatever that is done. Second thing is, take care of yourself. Right now you are in very good health, but as time passes, when you become 40 plus, when you become 50 plus, when you reach 60, you will realize that health is really most important. So try take care of your physical health and to some extent mental health. By mental health, what I mean is, I am not telling you do meditation, but have some additional hobby where you can get fully engrossed, where you can fully concentrate. It could be painting, it could be singing, where you are alone and where you are sort of happiest. And lastly, take care of your parents. This I am telling it not to my children. Take care of your parents. If you think you are intelligent, it is thanks to them. You do not know the amount of sacrifices that they would have given for you. So to whatever extent, take care of them. Thank you very much. Wish you all the very best and Jai Hind.
I invite the chief guest, Sri J. Rajarajan, Director of Satish Dhawan Space Center, SHAR, ISRO, Sriharikota, to deliver the convocation address.
Honorable Chancellor Sir, Chairman, President, Vice President, Vice Chancellor of the SRM University, the distinguished recipient of honorary degree, Dr. K.N. Vyas, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission, the distinguished invitees, the faculty members, my dear young students, graduate, postgraduate and doctorates, parents, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear wife, it is my honor and privilege to address in the 15th convocation in such a prestigious university. You have to always remember, wife is the master of all. This institute has distinguished itself as a preeminent institution for the technological study because I have the hands-on experience when the the SRM was developing its satellite at URSC Center in Bangalore. It gives me a great pleasure to acknowledge the dynamic leadership of Honorable Chancellor Dr. T.R. Prabhavendra and his Board of Management in shaping up such an university. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the graduating students for their academic accomplishments and the faculty members for shaping it, that young minds. My dear young graduates, postgraduates and doctorates, today marks an important day and it's a significant milestone in your life journey. You would have pursued your academic career with a lot of vigor, but with your hard work and dedication and the parents' sacrifice and the teachers' dedication, today you are a graduate, postgraduate and doctorates. And please remember them all the time in your life, for whoever has played a small part or a bigger part in your life in shaping up so far. It's a pride moment, cherish it. Only thing, by seeing so many young students, and this one, my energy also seems to grow, and I hope it's the same for you when you are with your fellow colleagues and students. It's a overwhelming enthusiasm that I am facing these students I would like to give one or two stories, not advice, as Dr. Vyas correctly told. Advice doesn't sell. But however, I would like to point out some of the points because that's my duty as chief guest here. One thing I will have to point out is the process of transition will pose some problems. But I am sure with the value systems and training that you have got trained in this prestigious institution, it will definitely allow you to face this world. As from the country's point of view, you are welcome as our next generation of scientists, entrepreneurs, leaders, etc., and so many in many fields. May you grow up to provide effective leadership over this coming century, and in a sense, your future is intertwined with the future of our country. You also have an opportunity to shape it. Never forget it. I am sure that each one of you has different dreams, and surely you should never give up your dreams. And aspiration is for those aspirations will drive you to higher level of performance. Why I am trying to point out here is, if India has to become the best administrated country and a model of fairness, transparency, and accountability, you should have the best standards of life. You should have a seat in Security Council of India, Security Council of the world. Should be the largest exporter, the best defense, and the mightiest, so on. And we should have the best, for all these things, you should have one of the best educational systems that you can ever dream of. And I salute SRM University in that period for putting such an effort to make such a preeminent organization in the country, in this country. But to become, once we have been imparted training, is it enough? The other things what I said seems to be impossible, but you should have an ambition to achieve that impossible things. These things, whatever I said, cannot happen by mere speeches or some slogans. They have to be because of performance. Here I would like to quote Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, sir, the message to young people, quote, "Young people should have the courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are the great qualities that they must work towards," unquote. Unless you translate your aspiration to action, they do not mean a thing. I would like to put that the recognition, the performance leads to recognition. Recognition leads to respect. Respect leads to power. So, in order to become the mightiest nation and you yourself to become a more powerful, the one thing which matters is the performance. Without performance, all other qualities doesn't have any value or doesn't have any respect. So, the aspirational performance that you create ambitious targets and work hard, fast, smart, and honest. And that's what we in ISRO we do every day. Government never told ISRO what we have to do. It is we put as a very ambitious targets. And when we put that ambitious targets with a collective performance of all the people, from students like from this university and many other universities, form and try to meet that ambitious targets. That's how we have been recognized that we are able to do something. Never expect somebody to tell you what to do. Please, I request in your life, you put an ambitious target and try to achieve that. By this, you may not be able to achieve the target, but you become a high performer. That's how all the high performers, you just check with everybody's life. All the high performers, they would have put a very ambitious target and try to strive. Even if you reach 80% of that goal, you become a high performer. That's what I want to give you. And one more thing I would like to put up is, you always, when you do perform and benchmark with the better people, better organization, better country. That's how India Industries, when it became the globalization came, they started benchmarking with the best in the world and try to improve. So that helps them in competing with the best even in the domestic market. Why this point is, while you are doing this, some of the things which comes as I worked in ISRO so far in my last 33 years, is this most quote. The quote by Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, the space scientist and the visionary, the legend. His quote, there are some who question the relevance of space activities in a developing nation. To us, there is no ambiguity of purpose. We do not have the fantasy of competing with economically developed or advanced nations in the exploration of the moon or the planets or the manned space flights. But we are convinced that if we are to play a meaningful role nationally and in the community of nations, we must be second to none to the application of advanced technologies to real problems of man and society, unquote. The ISRO's vision is in line with the vision of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. There is no competition among space nations. We never had any competition with any other nations which is involved in the space exploration. It's our own goal which we set and our own application that we have to put. That's how we are able to develop marine life, agriculture, prediction of cyclone, saving many human lives. Compared to any other nation, India is one of the best in taking care of the cyclone. You know that never once a life is spoiled, lost because of that. That is what we have application. I will also like to point out one story. You people are all will be aware of DTH, direct to home television. You know which is the first country to do that such an application is possible? We demonstrated in 1974 what space technology can do. A satellite can give to all the farmers in the nook and far corners of the country by putting an agriculture farm realistic, what kind of cultivation you have to do, what we call in Tamil as Vayalum Valvum in 1974, by putting direct to home telecast and podcast. The entire world looked up. What is this? A space technology which is only used for the defense and offensive system has been used for an application oriented. It is we country who started this kind of application. Today, we are in the forefront of doing the marine life, fishing, agriculture, and so many things. Now, as Dr. Vyas has rightly pointed out, advice is a little difficult, but as a chief guest and addressing the young minds, I would like to put one or two stories. Please understand that whatever amount of training you have been given, whatever effort you have put this institute have given, important ready, when you go and face a job or leading a startup or going to some further academy, you may think whether are you ready. Friends, dear students, 99% of the time you are not ready. You are not ready for the challenge. You have been trained, incorporated, ready to face the world. And when you do that, you please plan to cope up with the challenge. And as you go and deal with the challenge, you will start becoming ready. That's how a debutant, in a cricket when you say a debutant, he is well skilled. More of the time, the debutant tries is very difficult to perform from the day one. So never get worried when you are not able to perform the day one. As you face the challenge, based on the training and academic things you got from this institute, you will be facing the challenge and you will cope up with the challenge. That's how you become ready. So be ready to face the challenge, and that is one of the advice I would like to give. Don't get perturbed immediately as soon as you enter into a job or in leadership, whichever field you choose. Another one is, just think, I am giving you 86,400 rupees every day, but end of the day, the money will be taken out. Whatever is remaining with you will be taken out. What you will do? You will try to spend each and every 1 rupee of that. We also have that in our life. We have such a bank. We call it as time. The time. Every day when you wake up, you have 86,400 seconds in a day. It is you who have to decide how to spend that time and how to do it in a very efficient manner so that you perform better in your life. And there is no overdraft, no loan, no borrowing. Everything has to be taken care. So this is one life which I would like to point. And one more story before concluding. This I used to quote to all the students. When this is a poem, almost it is dated to 17th century, but in Google it says that it is written on Michael Douglas. It goes like this. Every day in Africa, a gazelle wakes up thinking that it has to run faster than the fastest lion to just survive. Every day in Africa, a lion wakes up thinking that it has to outrun the slowest gazelle, just not to become starving. So, my dear young friends, it doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be ready to start running, to just survive in this world. That is the message I want to give you. All the best, all the best, all the help. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Let the candidates be now presented.
Respected Chancellor, I present unto you 90 candidates of Doctor of Philosophy, 8,777 candidates of Bachelor of Technology, 119 candidates of Bachelor of Architecture, and 24 candidates of Bachelor of Design, 4,179 in person and 4,831 in absentia, and the names are given in the list who have successfully completed the programs and have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the same, and I request that the degrees be awarded to them. Please, sir. Respected Chancellor, I present unto you 113 candidates for the award of medals and ranks in the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, and I request that the medals and ranks be awarded to them. PhD Civil Engineering, L. Krishnaraj. S. Durga Devaki. M. Balasubramanian. K. Prabhu. B. Vijaya. S. Muthukumar. K. Divya Krishnan. PhD Mechanical Engineering, Tyagarajan Subramanian. S. Loganathan. Subrajit Bhaumik. C. Prabhu. T. Prakash. Infanta Mary Priya. PhD Computer Science and Engineering, Vishwanandam. PC Karthik. V. Kayalvidi. V. Sellam. K. M. Uma Maheshwari. R. Tenmuri. R. Rani Kritika. G. Sendil Kumar. Bharat Reddy. Naga Malleshwari. S. Priyanka. M. Veeramanigandan. Rijo Jackson Tom. P. Selvaraj. J. Anita Ruth. A. Meenakshi. S. Karthik. K. Venkatesh. T. Sendil Kumar. PhD Electronics and Communication Engineering, S. Kritika. E. Chitra. V. Sarada. P. Radhika. S. B. Smith Babu. Neha Goyal. Vivek Devendra Neelam. R. Diana. A. Maria Joshi. N. Ashok Babu. S. Anita. R. Manohari. PhD Electrical and Electronics Engineering, V. Jai Krishna. J. Divya Navamani. N. Kalayarasi. V. Kalyana Sundaram. K. S. Rajesh. K. Selva Kumar. D. Karthikeyan. R. Palaniswamy. PhD Biotechnology, Nisha Mukund. Deepa Priya R. Famila Sinha. Hepzibah Suganti. S. Subhashini. Ramya Nair. A. N. Parvati. PhD in Genetic Engineering, Danny Macrin. Kavya Sudha. Bindu Sri. Sudesh Prabhudas. Susan Aishwarya. PhD in Information Technology, LNB Srinivas. PhD in Instrumentation Control Engineering, R. Narayanamurthy. PhD in Nanotechnology, P. Gokul. M. Sindhuja. PhD in Telecommunication Engineering, M. Sushila. PhD in Management Studies, D. Balaji. S. Arun Kumar. S. Sridharan. R. Saravanan. Lata Suresh. K. Subhatra. Giftleen K. Jabakumar. M. Chandrasharada. M. Vetriselvi. E. Pradeep. G. Kumar. Now rank holders in BTech program. BTech Civil Engineering, first rank Anurang Devendra Deshadra. Second rank Devansh Saraf. Devansh Saraf. Gravit Srivastava. BTech Mechanical Engineering, second rank Niveda. Third rank Lakshmi Narasimhan. BTech in Computer Science Engineering, second rank K.S. Anand. Third rank Aman Kumar. BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, first rank Priyadarshini. Second rank Pavitra. Third rank, Nitin. B.Tech Chemical Engineering, first rank, Ankush Basu. Second rank, Pragya. Third rank, R. Bharadwaj. B.Tech Information Technology, first rank, Vijay Sabu. Second rank, Sayani Chatterjee. Third rank, Anushka Datta. B.Tech Biotechnology, second rank, Krishna Kumar Ramachandran. Third rank, Ravinder Rohita. B.Tech Automobile Engineering, first rank, Julfikar. B.Tech Biomedical Engineering, first rank, Shrishti Saxena. Second rank, Mahima. B.Tech Genetic Engineering, first rank, Sri Pooja. Second rank, Priyamada. B.Tech Electronics Instrumentation Engineering, Nahala Nahan, first rank. Second rank, Singh Anamika Ashok Kumar. Third rank, Sheikh Muhammad Afzal. B.Tech Mechatronics Engineering, first rank, Indu Krishnan. Second rank, V. Pradeep. B.Tech Aerospace Engineering, second rank, Divanshu Deep. B.Tech Software Engineering, first rank, Harshavardhan Shah. B.Tech Nanotechnology, first rank, Simran Malik. Bachelor of Architecture, first rank, Raja Darshini. Bachelor of Interior Design, first rank, Shrutilaya Ram Kumar. Thank you, sir.
Graduates, now you stand up and keep standing when I am reading this. Also repeat. We shall, in thought, word, and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our university. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members, and shall devote all our energy to promote unity, integrity, and the secular ideal of our country. Continue to stand. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the SRM Institute of Science and Technology, I admit you to the several degrees both in person and in absentia in the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, for which you have been declared qualified in this university and taken thereof. You have been presented with these degrees and authorized you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degrees. Now you can sit down. I dissolve this convocation. National anthem.
शुभ नामे
ஒண்ணுமே தெரியல ஹைட் ஒண்ணுமே தெரியலடா பூல மறைச்சிக்கிற முன்னாடியா Sir, how are you? Sir. Sir? Rishabh. Rishabh. Dave, you are